Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've made one of these, I know. It is Monday, March 7th. It is cold outside, and I'm on vacation. So, of course, naturally, it should get, colder, and the weather should get worse since I'm on vacation. Last week, it was in the 80s, low 80s last week. It was absolutely beautiful. This week, I think the highest it's supposed to get is maybe 57 and possible snow on Friday. Don't think it's going to accumulate to anything. But where have I been? Well, I took some time off from not necessarily YouTube, but just some time off. We got the house here. I know my last video, I had to go back and watch it the other day because I couldn't even remember what I filmed on the last video. The last video was a real quick, dark, poorly lighted walkthrough of the house because we didn't have power at the time. Not going to do a house tour today or anything like that. Our house is kind of a wreck. It goes from clean and spotless to we drag more stuff out of the shed and out of storage to go through it and find its place. It's come a long way from the week whenever everything was done. We got here and everything. So that's what my plan is this week. My plan was originally to be more focused on outdoor stuff because spring is almost here. It's right around the corner. Sorry if it sounds like something's breaking into our house right now. It's not. We have a kitten. His name is Smudge. He's in our son's room playing with his toys. He plays with his toys more than our son does. But he's in there slapping stuff around like crazy. And if I go in there and try and get him out, he just runs and hides under the bed because he knows I'm probably going to throw him outside because he doesn't live in the house. He comes in the house to eat and hang out, warm up for a little while, and then he goes right back out. So yeah, we got a new addition. We actually have two new additions. One of our pets passed away a little bit before the move, Oreo. The cat, he just, we were worried about him making the trip and everything, and we figured if he made the trip, it would probably take a toll on him. He was a good cat, annoying cat. He was a good cat. There was nothing wrong with Oreo. But yeah, he passed away before we made the trip and stuff, and it was probably for the better. But we now have Smudge. He's ornery, very ornery, but he's a kitten. We also have a sulcata tortoise. Our son loves dinosaurs, wants to be a paleontologist. All he talks about is Jurassic Park. He's seen them all, loves them all. Can name dinosaurs, I guess, scientific terminology for them, the name of them. I can't even pronounce them. By looking at the spelling, he's got to be pretty close, if not 100% accurate. But we have him. He's a baby. He's antisocial right now because we got him a new terrarium. It's got a hut in it, and he loves to hang out in the hut and be antisocial. He's going to outgrow that hut pretty soon, pretty sure. As soon as he does, the hut's coming out. He's going to have to socialize a little more. We don't let him freely walk around the house because he's, about that big. But you don't want to, lose him underneath a piece of furniture, which is in the house. He's not going to get out, but don't want him to get stuck under something or anything like that. And our one dog, she's not quite sure what he is. She doesn't bite him or anything like that, but she definitely is curious. And once he starts moving, she's like, oh, I can play with it. So he doesn't just come out and walk around. Waiting on the weather to get nice because he loves to be out in the sun, needs to be out in the sun, actually. But he's got his terrarium, his, little chill spot, and that's where he hangs out. But anyhow, did take a little break from all of this just because, we needed to focus on getting stuff situated, and I started a new position with work and everything. It's going great. Absolutely love it compared to what I was doing when I first transferred here. Absolutely love it. But it is longer days. Kind of start when I want, but ending is, fluctuates, it's different every day. But I knew that going into this. That's not a surprise to me at all. But we, finally got our furniture. I don't know. Remember if I told you guys whenever? No, I don't believe I had, because we hadn't even had we just got in the house last video. So right after that last filming, it was like a week later we were officially moved out here. Wife got COVID. Pretty sure it was COVID. Almost 100% sure it was COVID. So she was down and out for a week and a half. She had taken a month off, and first part of it, she completely missed, the vacation, taking time off, getting to experience this and enjoy this part of it. And, it sucked, but, it is what it is. It's what's going on right now, or was going on right now. But anyhow, so we got here, got everything unloaded, and our house was a disaster. It looked like a war zone for a while. We had boxes everywhere. We had papers everywhere from packing and unpacking, and we had no furniture. In our living room, we had some lawn chairs, and we had a futon, the world's most useless, uncomfortable futon ever. No table, no bar stools at the bar, like I'm at the island, like I'm sitting on now. Our bed, we didn't have a bed. We had the bed frame. We didn't have a mattress. Slept on an air mattress for 2 weeks or so. Oh, I couldn't take it anymore. It was killing me, especially because at the time I was still doing my old position. I was up at 1:30, 2 o'clock every day. Oh, it was absolutely miserable. But anyhow, we've got all of our furniture now. We've got all of our couches. We've got our dining room table, our son's bed, which my dad put that together while I was in Colorado, and we were getting everything packed up to move here. He got that put together, so at least he had a place to sleep whenever we got here. Got the spare bedrooms. It's makeshift storage. As we bring stuff out of storage into the house, it tends to go in there for a few days at a time. We drag some stuff out, we put some stuff back in there, and then we'll have somebody come and visit and stay with us, and we rip it back out, put it back in storage. It's a process, but you know what? We're here full time. This is it. So, it takes us a little while to put this stuff away. We missed out on a lot of family time, me being here, them being there. So, we're enjoying that. And like I said, I'm on vacation this week. We're going to take Wednesday. We're going to take some family time and go do some fun stuff and everything. And, I'm probably not going to get any yard work done like I originally planned. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. Have some nice evenings and weekends and stuff coming up here soon, I'm sure. And the days are getting longer. It is amazing. Absolutely love it. Got our seeds and stuff so we could start a garden here, get our seeds started in the house and everything, and then get them worked outside and this spring and get them in the ground. Talking about chickens. We were talking about chickens last night. I got to build a chicken coop because we really want to get chickens. We know Zachary really wants chickens. But that's what we've been up to. Not anything fun and exciting really, just trying to get stuff put away, enjoying the evenings and together, and it's pretty much been it, I know in my life, and I really, really meant to post a video before now. I feel bad because I haven't, but there is a ton of people I owe a huge, huge thank you to, because I would like to say that, we did all this ourselves, but that's just not it. That's just not the truth. My dad, my stepmom, they let me stay there from April to October, and while because I didn't have anywhere else to stay, didn't have a house here, obviously. So I stayed with them, and, it's not like it was, anything extravagant, or, I was putting them out or anything like that. It was just, I needed a place to stay, and they were more than, willing to let me stay there. Huge thank you to them. My dad coming out here and helping me with all the stuff around here that, because taking down fences, cutting wood, stuff like that, cutting limbs, getting, stuff done. And luckily he had been in this business before. Him and my stepmom both have been in this business before, as far as the mobile home sales and delivery and setup and stuff. So leaned on them for a lot of advice on what to do, what the next steps are and everything. So huge thank you to them. My stepmom came, and like when the house came, it was, well, you guys saw it, there was stuff everywhere, siding everywhere in the house, all that kind of stuff. Pantry door and the floor and the master and the shower doors and the floor and stuff like that. And I had to leave. I had to go fly to Colorado, go get them, get the rest of our stuff, get on the road, get back here. And, I wasn't able to clean anything. It was like, well, we'll do it when we get back, because I don't have time. There's just not enough time in the day to do it. She came and she cleaned her butt off. And I know it was a lot of work. There was dust. There wasn't one thing in this house that didn't have a layer of dust on it. And I think she swept near 100 times, I'm sure, before she was done, and wiped everything down. So huge thank you to her, because, it's a pretty good sized house, and it's not her house, so huge thank you to her for doing that. My mom, my sisters helping out. My mom, the water, if it wasn't for my mom and my sisters, the water wouldn't have ever happened. So huge thank you to them. I know whenever I left off, we didn't have water. We didn't have a well. We now have a well. It did get done. So we have good, clean, running water. I believe our well's 365 feet deep and 60 gallons of water a minute. Very good well, very good, clean water. The guys that came and did it, they were great. The guy that hooked up the pump and stuff, he was great, did a good job. We got all that done. Got a well house finally. That was kind of an experience. I passed the place almost every day, to and from work, and they build well houses, and they always had several out there. And I thought they just built them, and people could come buy them, whatever. It's Amish built. Yeah, that's not the case. So we go to look at them, and I'm like, hey, I need a well. And they're like, okay, 6 to 8 weeks lead time. Well, as you know, it was around the first week of October, whenever we got out here. I can't remember the exact date right off the top of my head. And everything. So it wasn't cold. By no means was it cold, but it was cooling off, especially in the evenings and everything. And I think whenever we had went and looked at, we'd already been here officially 3 weeks. I think we had already been here. So late October is whenever we were going to look at well houses, and it was, we walk in, the guy tells us, 6 to 8 weeks lead time. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a weatherman, and I can't predict the weather for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And so it's like, we got to have something now. I could have thrown something together pretty fast, could have built something and intended on building something, had the house gotten here when we initially thought. I would have had all summer to get that kind of stuff done. It just didn't happen. It is what it is. And I mean, I guess the reason why, they build 2 of them at a time. When somebody orders one, they build 2 of them exactly like that customer orders. And because the materials all even out to where they have enough material to build 2 well houses. It makes a lot of sense, but I didn't realize that at the time. I thought, well, I can go out there and buy one of those. Wasn't the case. Fortunately, he did. And we wanted, our house is gray and white, gray with white trim. You guys seen it in the video. we wanted a gray metal sided and white trim. We wanted everything to match. Oh, we wasn't so fortunate in that. They did. We were lucky that they had one that was going to be done in the next several days. He said, um, and it was white with green trim. It's not the end of the world. We had to have a wheelhouse. So if it came down to color, I could care less what the color was. So we're probably going to paint that green trim maybe this summer or whenever. I mean, we got all the time in the world now, so we'll paint it eventually. So it'll kind of match opposites, but it's a tiny well house and everything, but it's very well made. If you ever bought anything Amish made, it's sturdy. It's built to last. They don't mess around when it comes to that stuff. And my buddy, my best friend Seth, owe him a huge, huge thank you for all the work he's helped me with, from bringing the skid steer out and brush hogging for me, and brought the skid steer back out so he can, lift the well house up and place it on the well. We did all that in the dark one night. That was not fun to do. We got it done though. I mean, it didn't take us long, but little worrisome in the dark moving that, because you got very, very little margin for error, because you don't want to hit anything. But huge thank you to him and his wife and, their daughter. I, hung out with them a lot. They came out here and helped me. He came out here one evening. I called him because the house had to be moved from where the house was sitting, before the house was here, obviously, from where I had it measured out and mapped out where it was going to go. It had to move because the sewer wasn't going to work with the house being there. And I was like, what am I going to do? This house is coming. They're coming to do site work. I believe they're coming to do site work the next morning. Called him. He was right out here, helped me move everything, helped me measure stuff, and everything. So huge thank you to him for helping me with all that. Him and his wife. Huge thank you to my in-laws. Love them to death. Obviously, they were helping her with everything there, watching our son, everything like that. Huge thank you to them for helping her pack, and then helping me pack, and helping us haul stuff out here, because it was us in her truck. We had the dogs in the back seat. We had the bed of her truck just packed full, loaded down. We had a U-Haul trailer packed full. We had stuff, there was stuff shoved in every nook and cranny in that thing. It was packed full. Then we had my father-in-law's truck, back of it just packed full, crammed full. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law let us borrow their car hauler so we could put all of our big outdoor stuff on it, grill, all that sort of stuff. So thank you to them for letting us borrow that. Really, really appreciate it. And, had that just loaded down. We had a convoy going back, 2 trucks and everything. We had a convoy going back. We got here, and of course, when we get here to move here officially, first day we pull on to the property, and it starts raining. So we got to unload everything in the rain. We had an assembly line. Father-in-law in the truck, or in the trailer, handing stuff to my dad, who's at the bottom of the stairs, handing me the stuff at the top of the stairs. I'm sliding stuff into the living room, and then it's just, luckily, they did a great job packing. Wife and her cousin did a great job packing, labeling everything. Very good job. So thank you to Sam for helping with that. Everything was labeled: living room, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, bedroom. And so all the girls were in here just dispersing everything pretty much where it needed to go. Unpack the necessities, stuff we had to have, Huge thank you to my wife's Aunt Carla. She traveled with us and helped unpack and everything. Huge thank you to her. Definitely helped take a lot of stress off of everybody, her being here, helping us with everything that needed to be done. There was a lot that needed to be done, and it took an army to get all of this done. So huge thank you. Huge thank you to my grandparents. They went and my grandma went and bought groceries and stuff just so because I hadn't been here. So they went and bought groceries. So we had some little bit of stuff for breakfast, for lunches, sandwich stuff, stuff for dinners. She had a crock pot here with hot food in it when we got here. So huge thank you to her for doing all that. I really, really appreciate it. Because that was one more thing that just I wanted to do, but it just wasn't possible. And I can't sit here and say that we did it all on our own because it's just not the truth, you know. A lot of people went into making this a success, and I am grateful from the bottom of my heart for that. But yeah, so that's how that went down. We did a Thanksgiving dinner here. And my dad's side of the family, we've always done kind of a non-traditional Thanksgiving. We don't ever do it on Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving Day, you know, we go and do other things and like to give back to, you know, the community and help out with different things. So non-traditional, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff, but hosted that here. We didn't have a dining room table, so we had folding table and two folding tables and zip tied them together. So, you know, when you get food on there and stuff, somebody doesn't get up and tables move away and everything falls to the floor. And then my stepmom brought some folding chairs, so we all had places to sit. So, you know, we did it Thanksgiving dinner. That was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that. One of my buddies, he was the first non-family member to him and his wife was the first non-family members to stay here, and they were traveling back from Ohio, heading to New Mexico, and got a hold of me and, hey, are you know, situated and everything? Yep, absolutely. Stop on by anytime. They got to stay the night with us and everything, sit on our lawn chairs and our futon because we didn't have anything yet. But that was a lot of fun, so really enjoyed that. My brother and his wife and their son stayed here another time, came down and went to Branson and did some family things, and they stayed here and everything. We really loved having them. Got plenty of room and stuff, so that was great. Other than that, we've just been, you know, unpacking. Oh, huge thank you to my in-laws. They purchased us a shed because we were still paying for storage. We had a ton of stuff in our storage unit, and our house, we brought a ton of stuff from Colorado. We thought we gave a lot away. We did give a lot away. So they bought us a storage shed. So we, you know, just to save us the storage unit fee, and it was 30 minutes away and kind of inconvenient. But yeah, like I said, I believe I said in an earlier video this last spring, it was the only storage unit I could find anywhere nearby, so thankful to have it. But they bought us a storage shed, so we, you know, didn't have to be paying storage fee and everything like that, and, you know, get all of our stuff here. Yesterday we went out and went through some boxes. We drug some boxes in. We actually couldn't find a lot of our kitchen stuff, which was odd. I still don't know how we got that kitchen stuff not in here with their, I don't know, but we found it yesterday. We thought we'd given a lot of it away, and fortunately we hadn't, because we do need it. But we've been making we've been making do without it, cooking in different pots and pans and things like that. But we did find it yesterday, so I'm going to go through that today. The weather's terrible outside. It is cold. It's 30 degrees outside and windy, and rained last night, and it was a little bit of snowflakes this morning. It's not going to amount to anything, but so I'm going to work on that today and get that done. We just been trying to get that stuff done, and, you know, enjoying our time back together with each other and everything. So son's, you know, started preschool, so he loves it. You know, he enjoys his school. We really enjoy his school. So that's great. He's got all of his little friends and whatnot and everything. And of course, he's 4, so you ask him what he did in school each day, he doesn't know. But yeah, that's great. But yeah, anyhow, that's where we've been. That's where I've been. I know they haven't been on the channel or anything, but hopefully here soon. We don't have internet yet, so I haven't been. I'm filming this right now on my phone, like I filmed all my other videos. I do have a camera. I have a laptop. I have, the GoPro. I got the stuff to do better films and edit and all that. I need internet to do that. We can get internet out here. That's no problem. It just hasn't been a priority, and I don't know when we're going to get internet. I mean, I'll continue to, one of these days we'll just say, okay, enough's enough. We get 1-2 bars, so nothing great. We're not high speed, that's for sure. It does take a little while for things to load. Not long at all. And then some days, like last night, it was stormy and raining and thunder and lightning and everything. And so, it took a little while to load stuff and whatever, but not a big deal. It hasn't been a priority and everything, but we will get internet. And once we get internet, I'll sit down and figure out the editing stuff. I'm not real, keen on all that. I understand technology. A lot of times I can't stand technology, but you know what? It is what it is. We got to have it. This day and age, it's a necessity. I hate to say that, but it is. Don't know something, just look it up. Just YouTube it, whatever. Google it. But we will have internet. Hopefully soon we'll get internet out here, and I can start doing that editing and setting up a camera instead of just doing all this on my phone and everything. But anyhow, that's how it's been going. We just been enjoying ourselves more than anything. But oh, sorry, that was getting cold. It's been sitting there all morning. Well, not all morning. Since I started this, it's been sitting there starting to get chill off. But yeah, we want to get some chickens here soon. I don't know if we'll get any right away, but we want to get some chickens. And actually, the chickens, we really need them. Not so much, well, for the eggs, because we do eat eggs and everything, but we need them for the ticks. Because, I put down in the tick granules and everything this last year, and it did help a lot. But they're always going to come back. So the chickens, and we want to get some guineas, just because they're tick eating machines right there. So we want to get some of them, and just to kill the tick population more than anything, more than the eggs, just to kill the tick population. But yeah, we want to get some of them and everything, and get started on some stuff outside, get the garden going. So definitely going to bring you guys along for that. I want to get some limbs cut. I need to get some of those standing dead. I haven't gotten any of them down. My chainsaw is kind of acting weird. I need to either take it back or something. I don't know what is wrong with it. Haven't really had the time or taken the time to pull it out and really look at it. But my brother and sister-in-law bought that for me, so thank you. But they did get me the extended warranties. I have a year, and I'm approaching that year deadline to take it back and everything. But I need to, and everything. I need to get that done so I can get the dead trees down and get them cut up and everything, and get limbs down and stuff, and get a mower. We need to get a mower. My mom gave us a mower. We've kind of just turned it into a lawn tractor because for whatever reason, the mowing part of it, it's not there. I've rebuilt it, and then I had one part break on it somehow, and now the belt just keeps slipping off. So it's been transformed. We're keeping it because it runs and everything, just doesn't cut. But we're going to transform that. That's just been transformed into a lawn tractor basically, so it'll be good when the garden starts and hauling limbs around and everything like that. So that's good. But yeah, definitely gonna bring you guys along for a bunch of that, so bear with me. Like I said, once we get internet and everything and I can start the whole editing process, we will you know, I'll be putting out some better quality videos, different angles. And, you know, I started watching, I had taken a break even from watching YouTube. I hadn't watched a YouTube video in months. And this last week I started watching, actually the original guy that you know, started watching, and what inspired me to do this and everything just here a week or so ago. And I was, I think, 8 months behind. I didn't watch a single YouTube video. I posted YouTube videos last year, but I didn't watch a single YouTube video because I didn't have internet access. No internet at my dad's, where he lives. It's just not possible at the moment. So I didn't watch them. I mean, during the day I was at work or here working and trying to film and update everybody on the channel. So I didn't have time to watch YouTube videos. I mean, I could have, you know, I mean, I can watch them over cellular. I don't have to have Wi-Fi to watch them, but I mean, that would have involved, you know, just sitting there watching them. And if I wasn't out here working or working at my job, I was trying to sleep and rest and everything so I can get some more stuff done. So I didn't even watch them for, I think I was 8 months behind or something like that the other day whenever I started watching. But, you know, the spring weather, it definitely, you know, get you going, get you energized, and get you ready to do things and stuff like that. So the spring weather, between the spring weather and watching those YouTube videos and watching the stuff that he has going on and everything, you know, I got the bug. And I'm ready to go. So I want to learn how to do some of the other editing stuff and music overlay and time lapses and that sort of thing. So I think that'll be really good. But bear with me. It's a learning curve for me because I got to learn that stuff too. But anyhow, just wanted to give you guys an update. Feel bad it's been a while, but you know, needed that break and we needed the family time and everything. So hope y'all stay safe and love you guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye.